Hi, I'm Emily North. I'm one of the faces behind the Suicide Awareness Committee at FC. As you may know, this week is Suicide Awareness Week. So our theme is FC Be the Light, and I made this video to show how suicide affects FC. I interviewed 3 people, 1 teacher, 2 students, a boy and a girl, and the boy wished to stay anonymous, so I will be reading his answers. What is your personal connection with suicide?
Wow. So it's so funny. It's not funny at all. It's weird that you asked that. So I guess a more superficial answer would be 2 nights ago, I noticed that there were flashing lights outside my apartment, and there was a fire truck, like 2 different ambulances, 7, 8 cop cars, and they were just like flooding the apartment parking lot, and I had no idea what was going on. I come to find out somebody had taken his own life about 2 days ago in his apartment, and his mom found him. And it was, I didn't know this person, and so I know that there was nothing that I could have done to stop it. I had no idea, but to know that I was sitting on my couch watching Netflix while not, 200 yards away, somebody was taking their own life, it was really, really weak.
So last year, a week before school started, my father committed suicide, and that basically took over my entire year. Last year, like, I couldn't focus on anything. I struggled a lot in school, and it was really rough. And then since then, I've had my own issues, but I've dealt with them, and I'm good now at the moment. But it's just like it's a lot to deal with, because you have so many questions, and like you have no answer for it, and it's something that has changed my life forever. And there's so many memories that moments I'm going to have or not going to have that so many other people are going to have now because he's gone. And it's something like I'm gonna have to cope with the rest of my life.
I have suffered with major depression most of my life, but in the past 2 years it has gotten to the point where I wasn't doing anything. I started cutting and was suicidal and attempted a few times. How does suicide affect the people around you?
Unfortunately, the very first thing that comes to mind is my kids, because either they are thinking about it themselves, or they have a friend or a partner that's thinking about it, or a family member, or maybe it's happened to somebody in the school and they didn't even know that student, but it completely changes the atmosphere of the school. So suicide completely rocks the world of not only immediate family members, but friends and family, friends of friends and family. Like I said, it changes the atmosphere of things. It affects everybody.
I know for me and like other people who have issues with it, or who are my friends, or sometimes my mom and other family members, when they hear like a suicide joke, like that's not okay. Like, it's not funny. And I hear one every single day at school, and it's really difficult to listen to, because yes, I know not everyone knows about my situation, but it doesn't make it okay to make a suicide joke no matter what. My mom and I, it's affected us both a lot, because that was her husband, and we had no answers as to why. It can cause depression within family members and friends. It makes everything just a lot more difficult. My mom had trouble focusing at work. Like, we'd be fine for a couple days or for a little bit, and then all of a sudden we'd just break down, and that happens. It's already hard to lose a family member, but whenever you lose someone to suicide, it's different. Like, each death is different, but like that, you don't have any answers. It's not like, oh, they died of old age, or oh, they died of this illness. We don't have answers why they did this, why they chose to do this at this moment, if there was anything that we could have done to stop this,
A lot of people I know are suicidal or have depression, and I guess it gives us this special connection, letting us know we will always be there. What advice would you give to someone struggling with suicidal thoughts?
Get help. Talk. Please go talk to somebody. This is not something that you have to work through alone, and this is not something that you should work through alone. Please don't be ashamed of it either, because I feel like maybe part of the reason why some people don't get help is because they are worried about how those emotions will be received. That doesn't matter, okay? You're gonna find the right person eventually. The right person that you need to talk to will be thankful that you went to them. I just can't say it enough. Talk to somebody. Please, talk to me. We'll talk. Even if I've never met you before, come talk to me.
So what I'm doing is going to a therapist, and look for a therapist you feel comfortable with. I went to Wellstone for a week, and they had doctors there prescribe me medicine to take, so therapy and medicine. So therapy and medication is the best.
Okay. Why should suicide awareness be promoted in FC?
Ooh, FC specifically. Ooh. I want to be very careful when I say this. I've only been here 3 years, and from what I know, we haven't had any incidents, right?
We haven't.
Okay. That's why. We need to keep it up. We need to keep, I don't want high school to be a traumatic experience for anybody. That's why we need to keep it up. And nobody's gonna know what signs to look out for unless they're educated. Nobody's gonna know whether or not, should I talk to somebody about this, unless they're educated. So, does that answer your question? Okay.
Reach out to someone, talk to your parents, talk to a counselor, talk to your friends. Like, even if you don't know me, if you need help, you can reach out to me too if you need that, because I understand, and I don't want that to happen to anyone else, and I don't want someone to have to deal with what I have dealt with. And if you're able to talk to your parents and you feel comfortable talking to your parents about it, ask to see a counselor or a therapist, or if you're not ready for that, take your time. It's okay.
A lot of people at FC are suicidal, and no one talks about it. So we're all stuck and scared, not knowing what to do. And when someone brings it up, either than us, it truly helps us open up more, knowing others are with you.
Anything else you'd like to say?
It should be promoted in FC because so many kids on a daily basis, even adults still, make suicide jokes, and that's not okay. And there's so many people who deal with suicidal thoughts or depression, and it goes unnoticed, and people don't know about it, and they're just coping with it themselves, but they're not doing a good job of it, and it just makes everything worse. So we need some more awareness so people can feel comfortable going to an adult or their parents or a friend about it if they need it.
I really just can't emphasize enough that if you are thinking that, if you have ever thought that before, get help and know that you're not alone.
Just don't make suicide jokes. They're not funny, and it can be really harmful to others. It can ruin someone's day.
Life sucks. It truly does. It doesn't matter if you're the happiest person or the most depressed person, life sucks. No matter how many times you hear that no one cares about you, I promise you the people you think don't might be the ones that care about you the most. You're not alone just because you're suicidal. And believe me, when I say you're loved, and if no one else loves you, then you can talk to me or a therapist to talk to. And then he changed his mind, and he said, I don't mind if people come to talk to me, you can put my name on it. So I'm going to be leaving his phone number and the other two people's phone numbers in the description. Yeah. FC, be the light. Be the light this week. Be the light every week. Be the person that you'd want to talk to if you're going through something. And if you are going through something, look out for other people to talk to. Just because suicide awareness is this week only doesn't mean it lasts for this week only. We should always try and reach out to each other and make the world a better place. Make it a great week or not. The choice is yours.